All right, kindergarten, it is Mrs. Vaughn today to complete our next SRS. Hope you guys are having fun at home. Feel free to message your teacher some things that you've been doing. We'd love to hear from you. All right, so let's get started. At the top, we have number 1. We are going to do the sound cr, like crash, cr. You should have a CR for cr. Moving on, the next sound is or th, like in the. So the sound, you should have written a TH. So when you're doing this right now with me, I want to see if you can beat me and get the sounds down before I get them down on my paper. All right, our next sound is pr, like in prize, pr. All right, pr, you should have a PR. Make sure when you're making your letters that you are having good handwriting. Make sure your lowercase letters are underneath that dotted line unless they're tall. And if they have a tail, make sure you're putting that where it goes. All right, and the last one for row number 1 is full, like in flash, full. You have a full, you should have an FL. All right, let's move on to row number 2. Row number 2, I'm going to change my pen because that is fun to do. In row number 2, we're going to start with sm, like in small, sm. You should have written SM, sm. All right, next one, and, like in the word and. That's our ending blend, ND, so it goes at the end of a word. Next one, sh, like shut, sh. SH says sh. And last one for row 2 is sn, like in snail, sn, SN. Nice job. All right, row number 3. Make sure you're still trying to beat me getting your letters down before I get mine down, and then check your work. Row number 3, like in chair. Ch is CH. Next one, gr, like in the word grow. Gr is GR. Moving on, the next one is k, like in the word duck. Listen carefully, listen to that clue word. The sound is k, like in the word duck. That means our k sound is at the end of the word after a short vowel, so we need to have CK. CK. And the last one is ult, like in the word wilt, ult. So again, that's an end of the word blend, LT. All right, a few seconds. Let's talk about our diamond, our new phonogram. So we're working on the same one we worked on day 1 of e-learning, and that's when we're adding that ES to the end of a word. So for instance, we're going to remember that ES says as. So you might say, I have 1 box, but now I have 3. We wouldn't say 3 box, we would say 3 boxes. Another example, I have 1 brush, but Jaredin in her room, she has 2. We wouldn't say 2 brush, we would say 2 brushes. So we're adding that is sound to the end of the word. So that would be an ES is. ES is. ES is. ES is. So it's another way to say more than one, and it goes at the end of a word to show that you have more than one. All right, with that, let's go to our words to spell. And we're going to be using this skill today to write those words next to the stars. So star word number 1, we're going to write the word wish. So let's say we're going to start with one. So you have one wish. So write wish, wa-ish. And now I want you to turn it into more than one. So instead of having one wish, you're going to say, I have two wishes. And then you're going to add your es to the end of that word to make wishes. So you'll notice it's not just adding an s at the end like we worked on before. Like if you have one dog, but then you have three dogs. That was just one s. But that says s, whereas es says es. So if you hear that is at the end of the word, you're going to need an es. All right, next word, number 2. Write the word six. Six. And now you're going to say, I have a bunch of sixes. Sixes. So we're going to add what at the end of our word? We're going to add that es. Sixes. All right, star word number 3. Let's write boss, like he is my boss. And we have to use our floss rule. That's after one syllable word after a short vowel, we're going to do ss. And then boss is, we're going to add that es to the end, bosses. All right, star word number 4, I'm going to challenge you a little bit. I want to see if you can write the word without having to write the singular first. So number 4, I want you to write classes. Classes. So I think to myself, I need to write the root word first. Classes. So the root word would be class. Class. Double S again. And then I need classes. Classes. So ES. Classes. All right, nice job. Go ahead and flip your paper over onto the back. We're going to introduce our new memory word today. And our new word is going to be help. Like I help my mom wash the dishes. Help. So when we write help, we're going to do H-E-L-P, help. And you'll see at the end we have a blend. Ulp. It's not one that we've covered before, but it's one of those end of the word blends. Help. H-E-L-P, help. Go ahead and fill in your new memory word. H-E-L-P. H-E-L-P, help. One more time. H-E-L-P, help. All right, take your other hand, cover it up. See if you can write help without looking. H-E-L-P, help. Help. All right, for our review words, yesterday or the other day with Mrs. B, you talked about the word does. Let's see if I'm going to give you a second, see if you can write does. It has the word do in it because you say I do it, but he does it. So does starts with D-O and then E-S, does. And our next review word, let's just do the word the today. The. Let me see if you can write it in 5 seconds. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, for the, you should have had T-H-E, the. All right, for your sentence today, and I want you to listen carefully. For your sentence, please write, can you help me wash the dishes? Can you help me wash the dishes? All right, let's take that a little bit slower. Can you, so can you, then we had the word help. And help, you should be able to look right up here. We just worked on help. So can you help? H-E-L-P. Can you help me? The word me, M-E. Wash. Now, wash is a tricky word. If you sound it out, you're going to hear wa, ah, but it's, oops. Let me erase that part. All right. We don't want that huge line there. So if you sound out wash, you hear an O in it, but it's actually going to be an A. So that's a tricky one. Can you help me wash the? Again, we just practiced the. Our last word was dishes, and that's using our ES over here. So remember, dishes. Dish, da-ish, then es, ES. Can you help me wash the dishes? All right, somewhere on your paper, write cups. And I hope you're noticing that I made a mistake in my sentence. So we'll see if you can find it for me. But starting with cups, let's start with the C. The C stands for capital letter. So if you look at your sentence, did you start your sentence with a capital C in the word can? This sentence had no other names in it, so it needs no other capital letters. So if you have a capital C, you can go ahead and cross off. Don't know why it does that. You can go ahead and cross off the C in cups. All right, O stands for order. Go ahead and point and read your sentence. You should have, can you help me wash the dishes? Point and read your words. Can you help me wash the dishes? So you have 7 words. Ooh, it was a long sentence. Say 7 words and make sure you have spaces. If you have all of those words in the right order and you have spaces, go ahead and cross off the O in cups. P stands for punctuation. Punctuation. Can you help me wash the dishes? Am I asking something there or am I telling you something? Can you help me wash the dishes? If you said that I'm asking a question, you are right. So make sure that means you need a question mark at the end of your sentence. Make sure you have a question mark, and if you have a question mark, you can go ahead and mark off that P. And finally, S stands for spelling. And while I was writing it, I made sure we talked about the spelling of those words. So as long as your sentence looks like mine, you are good to go. All right, kindergarten, very nice job today on your SRS. I hope you have a good rest of your day. And again, make sure you're telling your teachers what you're doing during the day. We would absolutely love to hear from you. All right, with that, I'm going to stop recording and we'll talk to you later.